We didn't know Pluto existed up until like, I think it was like the late 1800s. So the ancients certainly couldn't work with Pluto. And the idea is that Pluto can't see us because they're so far away. And so if we can't see each other, can we have a relationship? So that's one of the factors that really differentiates between Hellenistic or traditional astrology.
Yeah, that's interesting because that's like that very quantum physics experiment. I forgot the name of that experiment. They don't move, they don't react to each other.
Yeah.
Similar to what you're saying with Pluto.
Yeah, it's kind of like quantum entanglement, I believe, is one of the phrases. But to the more modern argument with quantum entanglement, we do know that like a plant from the same root across the country, if one has a lighter held near it, the other one reacts. So that supports a little bit the idea of astrology in a modern sense. And again, I use transpositional planets in a certain way in my practice. I do not disregard them. I've seen them work. And again, I will strike for Pluto whenever I have to. But another thing that I learned from my mentor in astrological magic is allowing yourself to believe in magic. And so not needing to fit into necessarily scientific terms. I believe they both agree at some point on some level, but I think we try to put both of them into boxes, which make them very far apart in a lot of ways. So Chris Warnock was my mentor in astrological magic. He actually wrote a book called The Celestial Way, which is really great, a great read. It's very short as well, so it's super easy to digest, very applicable. And he talks about what he calls in his terms, something that he's working with is the atheistic materialistic worldview. And that is simply that in common society, we function as though there is no God and that you have to be able to see it to believe it. On religious days, we can go to our holy places and believe in our spirituality. And maybe at home, we can believe in our spirituality. But when you navigate in the world, you end up having to put that behind you for a moment. And I know this and I experience this. And it's very difficult to be the person who's like, oh, yeah, that doesn't stop on Sunday. Or that doesn't stop on whatever holy day it is for you. And then every day becomes a holy day. And if you do that, some people get uncomfortable. But also that's how you understand synastry. Some people aren't like, not everybody is going to be perfectly compatible with everybody else. It'd be quite a boring world if we were all the same.